We'll start talking about some cool fronts, not super cool just yet, but hey, even today our humidity is not terrible out there. We are expecting hot weather, but not quite as extreme as what we saw a few days last week. A break in humidity continues tomorrow, although the mugginess edges up during the work week. And we do have a chance for a couple of small showers and storms, but today we saw barely anything showing up on radar. So a mostly dry day for all of us here in southeast Louisiana and Mississippi. High temperatures, middle 90s, and we're still sitting at 95. That's doable. Our average high right now is 92, so we're a few degrees above that, but at least we're not around 100. And our heat index is high, but it's not as bad as it could be, again, because the dew point temperatures with this high that has just been pressing down on us, it's compressing. It allows the air to heat up more, but it often also kind of dries us out. So that's why we're seeing that, and we're also continuing with that slightly lower relative humidity at this point as well. Temperatures right now lower to mid 90s, feels like temperatures up to about 105. Could be worse. We know that here in South Louisiana. Our live radar is mostly quiet, or completely quiet actually, now that I look at it at this moment. And we do have things happening tonight. Lots of people I saw out and about still in their red dresses well after the run was over. Dirty Linen Night is tonight on Royal Street in the French Quarter. We're looking at starting the night around 93 at 6 p.m. and then dropping after that into the 80s eventually, but still feeling like 100 if you're out there on the earlier side. Here are temperatures moving through the rest of this evening. By 7, 92, and then we'll be in the 80s after that. And tonight I have a still warm, a little less humid perhaps, north and south shore low temperatures, mainly in the 70s. And then tomorrow looks similar with our high I have near 95 or 96 again. And our rain chance about 10 to 20%. There could be a few stray thunderstorms. Moving into the tropics, we do have one area that we're watching. This is a tropical wave way out in the Atlantic. And you can see there's some clouds, some showers taking on that very typical kind of wave look, but not organizing into that spiral shape just yet. It does now have a high chance of development in the next 7 days. So by next weekend, this could possibly be a depression or named storm. I wanted to show you our models, the GFS and the Euro, picking up on that low pressure center with this wave. The Euro is in green and the GFS, the American model, is in red. And you can see the general movement is over here, maybe brushing the northern Caribbean Sea near the Greater Antilles, and then curving up before it reaches places like the Bahamas perhaps, and Florida and the East Coast. So this would be a kind of familiar route that a lot of systems were taking last year in the early part of the season. And this would be steered by these two highs and then a trough off to the north, which might just kind of direct it out to the north a bit earlier than if it were to threaten, it looks like, the United States. So we'll still watch it. It's really early. It hasn't developed yet, but this is the thinking for the pattern at the end of this coming week and into next weekend. Looking at those names, by the way, we've made it through Debbie. This one, if it does get a name, would be Ernesto, and then after that, Francine and Gordon. And by the way, for that fifth named storm of the season, which this potentially would be, on average, that would happen around August 22nd. So we're actually not that far away, just a little bit early for the average fifth named storm of the season. So I don't know if that makes you feel better or not, but just kind of looking at that, it's about average or a bit earlier. 7-day forecast shows those temperatures hovering in the middle to maybe close to upper 90s. Note that by the middle of the week, we're looking at 96s and 97s, but the humidity will be a little higher. So it may feel, instead of like up to 105, maybe closer to 110. So pretty typical, but it will be probably feeling a bit more oppressively muggy by the middle and end of this coming week.
The Saints